Okay, hello YouTube and hello Twitter. First time I've used my voice in a video, but I felt it was necessary for a video such as this. It's going to be long, because unlike Twitter where I post 2-minute videos, I want this to be longer, and I didn't want to make multiple 2-minute videos on Twitter, which is the limit without buying Twitter Blue. Here we have the Kale team, obviously my favorite unit, and I want to show how to get through a run with this team. Since people seem to have a lot of issues with Kale, and more importantly, LR Kale and Caulifla's turn 1 performance, I want to show the units I bring to minimize that. Like LR Golden Frieza, God Goku, this Vegeta, who is really underrated in terms of protecting these weaker units in this phase. So, yeah, the main thing we want to do is get to Physical Sin and have all 3 of the Universe 6 girl units together. So, to that end, what we're going to do is initially float off this Kale. She shouldn't be on the other rotation during Physical Sin, so we'll be able to float her back off and she'll end up with the 2 Kale and Cauliflas, who we're going to have set up here. Now, obviously, the first thing we want to do to make sure that this Kale and Caulifla isn't going to take damage is use LR Golden Frieza to debuff. LR Golden Frieza, even not on these like villain teams, as long as he has a 200% especially, he's a great blanket unit. He can just help all these weaker units get through these early phases, and then he'll be able to be floated off and they can take over. So yeah, be back in the next rotation. Obviously, Kale went a little crazy there, but she didn't kill, and that's a good thing. We actually didn't want her to. So now we have this Vegeta and God Goku together. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to give Vegeta support right now, which I'd probably prefer to, but we'll get the first 2 hits of his support ready. And we'll float off this Kale so that she can be next to LR Kale and Caulifla. We can thank LR Golden Frieza for how little damage that did to Vegeta. And now here we have Orange Piccolo and Kale and Caulifla together. We're just going to move Orange Piccolo off, get him ready for his Giant Form turn, and we're going to get the Type Wards to Kale and Caulifla to heal as much as we can. Probably this. We should be good now. I don't think we're going to run into too much issues with damage here. If Kale and Caulifla get super, that'd obviously be bad. But we did put them in the right slot to try to minimize that, so we'll see what happens. So as I'm sure many of you will probably point out, that was not the best showing from LR, Kale, and Caulifla. But the thing is, we're able to like minimize the issues that would bring with the units we have. We have God Goku who's going to heal us here. This Vegeta is going to give us the support buff. So even though Kale and Caulifla haven't done that many super attacks, they're not stacked up as much as you would like, they're going to have a big defense stat next turn. Okay. So we're going to transform with Kale here, obviously. And here they are, 550k. That's only with 2 stacks. That Vegeta support really does help them. It helps out a lot of units who get defense off stacking. Obviously, things could get a little troublesome if Kale were to get supered immediately here. But outside of that, we're pretty good. We're pretty well set. That'll give us a little bit more healing. We're going to get LR Golden Frieza's 18 key. And now there they go with that 66% buff. That buff changes everything about this unit. It turns them from what most people think is a weak turn 1 unit, weak early fight unit, to a dynamo. Now at this point, the fight, if it's not won, it's pretty much won. Like, it's pretty guaranteed. Because I played my cards right, and I have Piccolo right here, and we're going to use the Giant Form. Now that was a lot of damage. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to really show what I was talking about with the Triple Universe 6 rotation, but to those who are worried about Kale not having her guard, if we were able to get past this turn, we would see that we would have all 3 of the Universe 6 units together, so both Kales would have their guard, and they would be completely free from damage. But now, we've won the fight. Just like that. Even with units who people think that like they would just get blown off the screen immediately, these turn 1 units are able to just minimize the issues and then allow Kale to flourish. Orange Piccolo by the end of the fight is just doing massive amounts of damage. And yeah. No item run pretty easily. And I think I've proven my point. There we go, Syn is done. So I probably won't be doing this again, like I said, too often. Only if I want to talk about a point at greater length than 2 minutes, and I want to actually have my voice in it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed.